The problem is not that people dies. This is not the question in Sirat. It's normal that people dies. This is not a question. We will die. You will die. So accept it. The question is, how are we gonna die?
Oliver, it is an absolute joy to speak with you. Thank you so much for the time.
You're welcome, Steve. You're welcome, Steve.
Honestly, this is one of the films of the fest that genuinely dropped my jaw. And that hasn't happened to me in a film in a long time. I sat there in a film just aghast. It's just such an incredible piece. Where did it come from?
It's difficult to make archaeology about the intentions that you have when you make a film. You have images, you have intentions, you have ideas, and I mean, I have to tell you that just that I really wanted to experiment death. I think it's something that is important. We are not doing this. We are escaping from death. And I think as a society we need to have these ceremonies, this rite of passage where we look inside, when we are confronted to ourselves, I think Sirat is a intense movie. It's hard sometimes, but I think it's healthy. It's a good medicine.
I love the way that you speak about this film because that's how I felt about it. This is a film that ebbs and flows, but is so cohesive. But it's really is that conversation about life and death, and we see these characters. They want to plan, but life feels almost random. And I wondered, from your perspective, do you think that there's a randomness to life, and do we try to plan too much?
I don't know if I understand your question, but I'm one of these people who feels that there is not a leaf on a tree that doesn't move for a perfect and intelligent reason. So, from my perspective, everything is well written. The script of life is well written. Sometimes it's hard, but it's hard because life doesn't give us what we are looking for. Life gives us what we need. And this is different. We struggle. We think life is unfair, life is but yes, I think what happened to the characters of Sirat is strong, it's heavy. A spectator will feel this, like if the spectator was the character, I think, the level of identification with the characters is strong in the film. They will be traveling in Morocco, I think, spectators. But it has to be like this, there is a kind of serenity, that life is giving us, is allowing the characters of Sirat to grow, to look inside.
I wanted to ask you, with that in mind, about family. Because it feels like there's two types of families in this film. The family that you're born with, and the family you find. And at one point, one of the characters says, I prefer this family.
I respect both families. I think that it's a challenge, obviously, our blood family, and we have to honor this, and it's perfect. Even if we struggle with our own families, it's perfect to understand things, to develop things. But I totally understand also people who needs to escape and build another family. In any case, I think all human beings, we are broken. We have a wound since the childhood. And in that dimension, we are all the same. We are the same family. No matter the gender, the race, the country, the cultural issue. And I think Sirat talks about this. It's like talking about this future where life, or this present, where life is pushing you to the abyss and asking you, who are you? Who are you? What is to be a human being? And the answer will be taking our hands with more strength.
With that being said, does that tie into your idea of using rave music? Because the rave is more than just, feels like more than a dance in this film. It feels like there's purpose behind it.
Rave culture is not only partying; it's also the trip, the traveling. You know, to travel yes, I mean, I feel a lot of admiration by these people. You know, they know to do everything. They know about mechanics, construction, languages, medicines. You know, do you have a problem in your stomach? They are looking for herbs. You know, they know what you have to do. And they have radical coherence. I think we try, all of us, to have coherence. It's not easy, you know, to have your values and what you do at the same level, you know, and dialogue, you know. And another thing that I admire from them, that I learned, is that, you know, a rave, it's something that we were doing for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, human beings. It was a ceremony. It has a sacred side, you know. I mean, it's a place where society can purge their ghost, where society can purify his energy, where society can make a catharsis and clean this energy in order to don't use it on the day life, you know. So yes, I was. That's what it was important to shoot a real rave. We organize it in the border with friends, and we invite real punks, you know, that they express this fragility of human being nowadays.
Well, so, I mean, you invited real ravers into this and just said, let's create this together.
Yeah, they knew we were doing a film. The deal was, we won't stop the music in 3 days, they told us. And we were like, super, don't stop the music, because we don't want that reality adapts to cinema. That is what happened often. No, we want to adapt ourselves to this fragile, beautiful reality, you know. And yeah, they were really generous with us. And I think it's a good portrait of humanity nowadays, you know. A little bit lost. Mm-hmm. We are looking to the sky. We don't have all the tools, you know, to jump, to go to the sky, you know, but we try, and this is beautiful. We try to transcend everybody, you know. Once doesn't want to transcend, you know, they want to keep sleeping, but I'm still really confident with human beings.
What I wanted, I'm just so floored by this. Thinking of the collaborative nature of this, I wondered if that was the sort of process of working with these actors, because you're out in the middle of nowhere, working with them. Was there a collaborative spirit working with the team?
My films take me a lot of time. I do a film each 5-6 years, and it's okay. I don't want to go faster. So, for example, I work with non-professional actors a lot, so you need time. I always invite them to my home. I'm living in the countryside, and I have a kind of place where we can make rehearsals. So I'm digging with them for a month, you know. First, in order to get familiarized with cinema, with cameras, and also to build a new family, you know. All that is behind the camera, you will feel it in front of the camera. After, it was the first time I was working with a professional actor, Sergi Lopez, and he was great. I mean, helping the non-professional to jump into the abyss.
Pivoting back to the film's themes, I don't think I've seen a film that has dealt with the topic of last words You know, these characters talk about the last thing that they're going to say, or that they either did say, or the things that they hope they said. Why was that important for you to include in the film?
In my practice is about this, about dying with dignity. My life is just a process to prepare myself, you know, to stop to cry or to. I mean, it's not bad to cry, but I don't know. How do you say how a kid can cry? You know, when when you do it on a non-mature way, you know, to yell, protest, kind. So this is important, you know. I mean, human being until last second of his life, he can transcend himself. He can change, you know. So it's the problem is not that people dies. This is not the question in Sirat. It's normal that people dies. It's not a question. We will die. You will die. So accept it. The question is, how are we gonna die? You know, this is the thing. So they are talking about this, about the grandiose death, la muerte grande, about how to come back home with dignity, and they do. People die in Sirat, but they die dancing, helping. Their values are over their ego. You know, this is a good thing. I would like to have a death like this. Imagine you are dancing and you die, you know, and bam.
It's such a shock, and there's such shocking moments, but you're right. There is a dignity attached. It's a beautiful thing and a horrifying thing at the same time.
It's mythological on the rave culture to die in the dance floor.
Really?
By a heart attack. Yeah, there is a connection with the spiritual chivalry. Chivalry, can I say? You know, the hero who wants to die doing his mission.
Oliver, Sirat is incredible. It's an incredible film. And this conversation...
It's not just a film. I mean, I'm a filmmaker, but what I'm astonished is that people say to me it's a ceremony. It's not just a film. It's that rite of passage itself. I think, and I like this. I think there is a path there.
I don't say this lightly. This is a spiritual experience, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
I like to hear this.
Thank you so much for the time, Oliver. It is just a beautiful
Thank you. Thank you, Steve.